Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday.
Good morning.
Gay, how is your husband?
He is home, but we have visiting nurses every day. He has now an open wound that needs to be packed.
Oh, darn.
Yeah.
Wow. Are you in
but
your...
he's home.
Oh, at least he's home safe. Are you in your new space? Or
Nope, not yet. Picked out the color finally. Now we're sanding all the woodwork to paint the woodwork because we have natural woodwork in there and it's really dark and we're going to white. So we're working on that now. So next week I'll be downstairs.
Oh, fun. Maybe, excuse me, guys, I don't have a voice. Maybe we can get a tour.
Yep, I will.
Oh,
Right now,
exciting.
I gotta start packing this room up. The man's coming Sunday next week to move my big machine down. So
Wow.
he'll move.
How many years have you had that machine, Gay?
2 years and it has not been serviced, so he's gonna service it. I've got over 5 million stitches on it since I purchased it.
Oh, how fun is that?
So that's, I mean, it needs to be serviced. I mean, I oil it and clean it every time I use it. Well, actually every row. When you put a new bobbin in, you clean and you oil, just like on my sewing machine. Every time I put a new bobbin in my sewing machine, I oil and clean it.
That's a good habit. I should adopt that.
Oh, you're outside today.
Yeah, Casey. No, actually, I can't. That's the screen, one of the backgrounds of, and that is our property, but I can't figure out how to get it turned off. And my technical assistance is on another Zoom call in another room.
Oh, all right. Well, it's pretty.
It really is, Casey. It's a gorgeous view. Okay, what are you working on, Gay?
I have finished the first shelf of the Harry Potter as far as putting the blocks together. No titles are on any of the books yet. And then I have the first row of my home is quilt along going. So I can show you those.
Oh, how cute. Wow.
Pretty.
How do the titles go on? Gosh,
I have an embroidery
fabric?
No, embroidery. I have an embroidery machine. And then the other thing, I got my shipment of new fabric for a quilt and pillows for our family room downstairs.
Oh, I love that. Wow.
Pretty.
So
Real
that's
gorgeous.
So that's what I've been up to.
A lot.
Lots of sanding this weekend.
Oh, best to get that done before any fabric comes in the room.
Well, before the machine gets moved downstairs, the room has to be finished. So,
Mhm.
and he trimmed out new window casings. He just pulled all the window casings and sills off. So I don't have to sand those, but I have French doors and I have the old fashioned sliding doors that all needed to be sanded where all the little panel grooves were. So there was a lot of sanding.
Wow. It does sound like a beautiful space though, with a lot of details.
It's about, I think I've got almost 220 square feet in that room versus this room, which has, I don't know what this room has. It has less, like 160 something. So I'm getting almost like 60 square feet of room. So
That's exciting. Maybe you can even display some of your pieces in there.
Yeah.
There's not that much wall space, surprisingly, because the sliding doors take up half of one wall. There are a couple windows in the room. There's a French door in the room, and then the design wall and my big shelving unit. So there's really not going to be a lot of empty wall. There'll be small areas of wall space, but not a lot of open wall space. So I won't have that much more wall space.
And I have the opposite problem. I have tons of walls and they drive me crazy. So I fill them up with little things.
I don't have that much wall space. When we designed the house 30 something years ago, I have a much more open concept than they did 30 years ago. Kitchen, family room, living room, all were open to one another, which 35 years ago was not the norm. So we don't have a lot of walls downstairs. Upstairs we have walls, but not downstairs.
Okay, well, keep us posted. I can't wait to see it when you get all moved in. Lynn, it must be warm where you are.
Yes, it's warm.
Oh, nice.
I think I've got the ceiling fan on too.
Oh, what
Wow.
is it? Is it 80 some?
I have no idea, but very close to. If it's not 80, it's close to it, which is nice because we have all the spring breakers already.
Oh, do
Mhm.
you?
Oh yeah, they're everywhere, packed.
Mm.
Oh, Bill said it's 80 exactly.
Oh, okay.
And it's early, right? It's 9:37.
Do you have a swimming pool too, Lynn?
Oh, we do.
Oh, gosh.
It's
Is it, how big is it? Really big?
It's 70 feet.
So you can do laps in it?
Nice.
Ah,
Oh, man.
Well, yes and no. I mean, one end is like a sun shelf, with the umbrella and the chairs, and another end is a hot tub. So you really only have the middle.
Maybe one time you could take us for a swim.
Yeah. I should do it when it changes colors. The lights are all pretty and
Oh.
changes
Wow.
at night.
Nice. Very nice. I see your gorgeous fabric back there. How's it coming?
I don't know, you guys, where do you guys get time to finish? I mean, it's been what, 4 days? And I just got the sleeves basted on yesterday.
oh, I
And the
like that
armholes
fabric.
are too big, so I didn't, they're basted. So when I serge it, I'll just serge it up a little bit closer because the armhole is like, oh yeah, you can look all the way into my shirt. But I didn't have enough to make the proper sleeve, just the cap sleeve. I don't think 2.5 yards would have been enough to do this blouse. It's the front facing, down the front here is that much too short because I didn't have enough. It's going to be okay. It's like 1 inch too short. Whoa. But everything, I think I really needed 2.5 yards and I would have had enough to make. I really wanted at least to my elbow sleeve in case I get bruises from the dogs bumping on me. But anyway, I still buttons. I bought 2 sets of buttons. I bought blue and white ones, and they were very distracting. Then I went to that was Hobby Lobby. I wanted a small navy blue button with a shank. I didn't want to see the holes, but of course, I couldn't find a navy blue button with a shank. So I've got 4 holes and I will use these. I just was wanting something, less noticeable, smaller. I guess I could have gone with white with a shank. I didn't even think about that. Maybe I'll have to go back. But people aren't selling buttons like they used to. You see all one brand, which I've never heard of before. And that's it. You get what they have. And they have a lot of buttons, not for really using for buttons, but for like sewing onto quilts or toys or purses,
Yeah.
I don't
That's
know.
why we'll have to go to New York because there's one store that
Mm.
is wall to wall. And when I mean wall to wall, the aisle is like maybe 3 feet wide. The rest, everything is wall to wall, ceiling to floor, buttons. And you have,
Yep.
and the ceiling's like 11 feet high and there's buttons up there.
That would be such a fun first trip, Casey.
It
Oh my
would.
goodness. Yeah, we just don't even pack anything. Bring your bags empty.
Yeah, empty suitcase.
Have you ever been, Suzette, to the Fashion District?
I've been to New
Or
York
garment
City, but
district, they
I've
call
not
it.
been to the garment district.
Ooh,
It's nice.
it is heavenly.
I wasn't sewing back then when I went there, so.
It is definitely worth a trip. I hope they're still there and in business after COVID.
Yeah, you hope, absolutely.
I've
But the
noticed a
rent is
change.
high.
I've noticed it change over like the 20 some odd years that I've been going. And there used to be a lot more storefronts. Now there's, some changeover, but a lot of the places have moved upstairs. I guess it's cheaper rent. So you have to kind of know where they are.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What,
Insane
Casey, what
amount
did
of
you
fabric.
say about the stores? That there's
There
not
used to-
that many or what?
Well, there used to be like on 38th Ave and 39th Ave and even on 37th Ave, you would walk down and it was literally fabric store, fabric store, fabric store.
And it's
fabric store,
not
fabric store.
anymore?
Now, the last time I went, there was, there's still fabric stores, but some of them have moved up, a floor above. So they're not on the street anymore. And they've been replaced with some places that are selling ready-made, but like ready-made to wholesale. So you're a wholesaler and you would go in and you'd see stuff and then so it's shifting a little bit, but still there's plenty there. I mean, in fact, it's a little bit easier because before it was just so overwhelming. You just didn't know where to go.
It was overwhelming for me, yeah.
Fun. Okay. Anything else, Lynn?
No, maybe Friday it'll be done.
Okay. I'm just shocked how much fabric these shirts take. Like, because if you think about wrapping yourself in 2.5 yards of fabric, you'd be like, oh.
Yeah. And there's no
Yeah,
room
it's all
for
how
error,
I think it's how it's laid out.
Yeah, I did all that and I thought it was going to be fine, but when you're off an inch, it seems like nothing. But again, it's going to be fine. An inch here, an inch there. Pretty soon, I've still got a blouse.
And it has short sleeves too.
That was that or sleeveless. I had no option.
Oh, wow. Well, the fabric is stunning.
Yeah, thanks. I hope I wear it. In fact, I'm thinking about making one more now that it's all fresh in my mind, which way to fold this and which way to do that. But after I get the placket on, if I can sew that straight line down the front, my buttonholes, it would be nice to make it one more time. There was some really cute fabric at Hobby Lobby that was like a chambray with little embroidered flamingos all over it. And I
Oh.
thought that would be a perfect Florida blouse. I really should go back and get that. I'm not embroidering 30,000 flamingos on 2 yards of fabric.
No, just trimming all those stray threads is enough to drive a person mad.
Yep.
Wow, very nice. Good morning, Suzette. I see your gorgeous bag. You have to show them how pretty that is.
Oh, my AMC bag. I one.
Really nice.
It's one shoulder, and then it's in black.
Isn't that stunning?
That's so pretty. So pretty.
I'd like a
Beautiful.
shirt made out of that fabric.
Yeah.
Pretty,
Thank
pretty.
you. I have my blouse all cut out and interfaced and marked, but I'm just doing it in muslin first.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay. I have mine cut out too and marked as well.
I think I won't be as disappointed if it's not, if I have to make changes with this for the fabric.
Okay. What do you think so far of the instructions?
I haven't, so far it's okay. But I'm doing, like, the view I'm doing just has a round neck, but I'm gonna do the collar instead. So I was confused as to where, I guess whatever collar I'm gonna do, I need to use those pieces and not the neckband from the view that I'm gonna do. I cut out the collar and the neckband from.
Yeah, it tells you what pattern piece numbers, but you need the collar and it's a different neckband.
Right.
It's
So
a
I'm using the neckband and the collar, not the neckband that comes with just the round neck, right?
Not that one. Correct.
Yeah.
Does anybody know, is there such a thing like collar templates? Because you could have a blast with those things.
Well, what I would do is, and I've done it on some other ones, I just take the collar piece And sometimes, you know, how some of them are real pointy and that's a you know, fashion statement. I'll just take that collar piece and then redraw the points or change the angle on the collar itself. So you can get, you know, maybe a Peter Pan collar or whatever out of it. So Suzette, with that blouse, you're saying you're doing the round. You might want to measure the neck edge and then measure the collar stand to make sure that it's going to match up, because one of them is a V, right? And the other one's round necked. One view is a V that has the collar on it.
They all come to a V.
Oh, they all come to a V. Okay. All right, then it should be okay. But I would just lay it across the, you know, the one you've cut out, lay it across there before you sew anything, just so if it's close, it's not going to be perfect because you have to ease things in, but I would just make sure that it's, you know, it's not an inch off or something like that. That would tell you that you're going to have trouble.
Okay, and then I think it was you that said sometimes you leave off those front vertical and back vertical darts.
Yeah, I
So-
put the darts in, but you know what? If it's too small, I can take them out. I just basted them in. And
Okay.
now I'm finding out the blouse is a little bit big, so I may take them in some more. So for now, a lot of this was basted before I sewed the final seam. And I think for the first time, even with your muslin, that's kind of important. Just baste the darts. And then if you have to pull them out, you just pull them out to make it fit better, especially in the back. You don't always need that.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask, because that's like one of the first steps.
I know, I saw that. I didn't put them in at all. And then I said, oh, well, to check fit, they really need to be there. So that's
Oh, so
when I
you're
basted
making
it.
this same one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's the nice thing about if you base them in, you can see if they point to where you need the extra fabric,
Right.
because that's the whole point of the dart. And if it's pointing in the wrong direction and there's no U there, then it's going to look funny.
Right.
Okay. Those were my questions so far.
Woohoo.
Exciting stuff. How about you, Casey? How's the house?
Well, the framers are all done with for the moment. We have a couple windows they have to come back and frame in, but they're done. And there's been a couple, you know, the rough electrical, rough plumbing, HVAC is in. We're going to have an inspection, I think, today for some of those things. So that the next step will be having them do the spray in foam. So we have to pass our inspections, the next thing. So and we have to go up to the house and tweak a few things. There was in the crawl space, there was some dirt up against some of the wood, and the builder said, "Oh, they might flag us on that." So this weekend, I'm in my crawl space, which has no light,
No.
and digging this dirt out, throwing it into a wheelbarrow in my house, railing that out of the house.
Oh my.
I hope you weren't by yourself.
Oh yeah, Dave had to go do stuff with his sister Leslie, take care of medical stuff with her. So I'm like, okay.
Oh, Casey.
I was thinking, you know, why didn't I bring my headlamp? I you know, I could have just, I would have been like a miner, but at least it would have worked a little easier.
Oh gosh, that's kind of creepy.
Well, you know, there's no wall border up yet, so I had some borrowed light from the Dave's workroom, but it was just like, what? This is crazy. I'm digging dirt out of my house.
Mhm.
It's just a funny
Oh my
thing.
goodness.
Yeah, but I did get to work on my blouse. So you know, I finished the not gonna let me show. So I finished this one,
Mm-hmm.
and then I did a second one, and this is where the fabric makes a difference. So you see how kind of loose and flowy this is. Same pattern,
Totally different.
totally. Yeah, this is a very crisp cotton. So I have to still put the buttons and buttonholes in, but just thought I'd share, you know, kind of the process. So, and this one, I needed like 9 buttons to hold the thing together because it was so flowy. This one, I'm going to get away with 6 because it's so crisp, it holds together more. So,
Yeah.
Fun.
you know, the fabric really makes a difference. And then I just thought I'd share with you, this is a pattern I've made multiple times. And then here it is made out of flannel.
Nice.
Goodness. Completely
So-
different.
Right. And so how much, you know, dart, this one I had to put all the darts in because I needed the shape. This one I didn't even bother with the darts because it's so flowy. So once you find a pattern that fits pretty good, then you can kind of play with adding the darts, taking away, depending on the fabric. But every time you play with a different fabric, you're going to have to kind of.
You've been making amazing progress. I don't know where you get all the time. My gosh, I fiddle all weekend.
The flannel was, I made that last year. So that was just out of the same pattern. But these two, this one, I've had the fabric for years. I mean, it's probably at least maybe 10 years old. I had this fabric. So it's time.
Now, if you want to omit the darts, do you still need to fold the pattern as if the darts were there, or it will still come together on the sides if you don't?
It'll be, so the darts just give you shaping underneath the bust. And so if you want shaping there, you put them in. And you can put in as much or as little as you want. You could put in, as Pamela Liggett used to say, an essence of a dart, so that you have the line, so it creates another visual line, but you don't take up a lot of fabric in the dart. So you can, I mean, it might be a ½ inch at the widest point. You could take in a ¼ inch and you still get that line. And you can take it in where you need it, not where the pattern said you needed it.
So what do you do with the side seam then? Do you just cut it off the bottom?
No, when you have a dart in the middle, it does not change the side seams at all.
Really?
These are
darts. A little more fullness.
Yeah. These are darts that are in the, so jeepers, I wish I could turn that thing on. They're darts that are in the main part of the body. So it's a fisheye dart. It's not a dart that goes into the seam. Right. It's just in the middle of the fabric.
So mine go into the side seam for this shirt.
Yeah, so those you would need to adjust the side seams for that. And that's a whole nother kettle of fish.
Okay, that's why I wasn't following you, because I was like, because when I cut it out yesterday, I'm like, oh, maybe I could just leave these out. But then I'm like, that nothing will align if I leave these out.
Right.
Are you talking about the bust darts?
They're like, yeah, like here-ish.
And so this pattern I have doesn't have a bust dart. It only has the darts in the main part of they have them in the back piece, and
that makes sense. 2
in the back and one on each side. And then the sides are shaped so that it pulls in at the waist. So
okay, that makes sense. Did you have something else, Lynn? It looked like you were going to have a.
I was just thinking, it gives us more options. Like if you have back fat, you don't want the back darts, you don't put them in. If you need that space, I think it just gives us more fitting options. Mm-hmm. But you have a whole different, it's to take out fullness, to give you more shape, our darts, whereas yours is structural for fitting. But I would still baste them and try it on, make sure they're in the right place if you need more or less. I don't know, it just gives us more fitting options.
Yeah. Interesting. I'll be curious to see how mine comes together. Okay, let's see. Casey, do you have anything else to share? Yeah, a great share.
I did a couple of those classes from the Sewing and Stitchery Expo, and I don't want to take up too much time. I can share things. I have to go over my notes and I can share things as we go along, but it was really great conference or show expo.
Where was that at, Casey?
Good.
It was at, it's the Polyup Washington Sewing and Stitchery Expo. They do it every year up in Polyup or whatever.
Oh, that one. Yeah, that's a pretty big one.
It's huge. And they had lots and lots of classes. And I know Joanne did like 10 classes. I think I did 4 that I paid either $6 or one of them was a 3-hour class, so that was a little bit more. But they had a lot of free stage kind of stuff, and even those had a lot of really good information on them, and everything, because it was virtual. You have access to it for 30 days afterwards. So I have to go back because the information comes at you like, you can't catch everything. So I'm going to go back and look at some of those.
So do you have, since it's online, do you have the option to go back and hear it again?
Yes.
Good.
On the paid classes, only if you paid for them. And then they'll send you those links. But on the free stuff, apparently, like the free stage and some of the vendor ones, apparently they'll be available for 30 days afterwards, which is great because some of them really gave you some you know, they might only give you 1 or 2 tidbits and they're also, you know, selling whatever they have. But it's, you know, those 2 tidbits I got from the designer gene making one with Angela Wolf was like, oh, that's great. So it was
So is
really
it,
a
do you
fun-
think it's better, worse, or does it make no, I mean, what's the comparison between the two?
I
Between
think it
online
actually-
and,
in some cases it was better because what a lot of them did was they videotaped the main part of theirs. And that's good because if there's any, you know, glitches with your computer stuff, to have that pre-taped, they could always send it out to people later if they, you know, if there was
Cool,
any
yeah.
technical snafus. But the nice thing was is that while that was running, the presenter was on the chat box and people could ask their questions and she was answering them. So you could actually, like we've done, you could actually save that chat box and you would have all that information and it didn't interrupt her presentation. So instead of, you know, sometimes you get people asking the same questions over, or they, you know, they didn't hear it, and so they ask it again. It's like this way, there were no interruptions, and then at the end they would come on and they would do more, either more specific demonstration or answer more questions. So I thought it worked out pretty well.
And was it via Zoom?
Yeah, all Zoom. But it was-
I think
that
I'm gonna
was-
do whatever comes up next. I think I'm gonna check into it because I forgot all about that stuff. Just
Yeah.
totally forgot.
It did really well. Joanne and I both were in on the John Deere digitizing class. And I was like, I'm not sure how this is going to go because usually when you do computers and hands-on, you need to have like 10 people in the room helping everybody going, I can't find this, I can't find that. But it actually worked out well that most people, you know, put their questions in the chat box and his son was able to answer those questions and he was able to keep going with his demonstration. So it worked out well.
Good, 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 good.
Oh, that is a great layout. Thank you.
Yeah.
Very cool. And then whenever you get your notes ready, we'll just schedule a little share, like the Cliff Notes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Joanne probably has some things to share too. So
That'd be really fun too. Maybe if y'all are ready by Friday, if not this Friday, next Friday.
Yeah.
After that could be really fun. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. How about you, Miss Doreen? Does that snow on your tree still?
We got slammered yesterday. We have inches of snow again.
Wow.
It had almost gone, it was almost gone, and then yesterday it came down again, and I literally took a picture of it, sent it to my sisters and went, it's here again. And then I got sisters in various parts of the state, and so some people got nothing to, you know, it was a varied amount throughout the state. So, but yeah, we got snow again, but I guess by tomorrow it's gonna get warmer, and then after that, I think the snow is just gonna go away. So it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
It's March 1st.
Yeah, usually in March we get slammered with a good snowstorm in March, right when we think it's spring, it's over.
Yeah. Same here, Doreen.
Yep, we get slammered somewhere in there because I can remember way back when I was at a job I had whenever I was in my 20s. I prepared, that was when Dave and I went somewhere for a vacation. And I had everything all laid out, did all this work thinking this thing was going to be done going on when I was gone for the week. I came back, nothing had been touched. Nothing had been used because they got slammered with a huge snowstorm. So it's been going on forever.
Mhm.
Yep, that's life here.
Yep.
Yep.
What did you get to sew in your snowstorm?
I got a couple of things done. One, which is just a boring thing, but still, I spent about good 3-4 hours on this guy. Just did a turtleneck, so it's nothing interesting, but it took some time up. And then I think I showed this, and I started on it and I finished this guy.
Oh,
Very
fun.
easy, but it's a fun, easy little top. It was a little funnel neckline, easy, those funnel ones. So that's what the neckline was. I loved it because it was easy to put together, and it's very, very comfortable to wear. I've already worn it. So if anybody cares, it's, because I'm gonna make this one over and over because it's so easy. That's the guy. So there's different varieties to it, nice and easy.
What's the number, Doreen?
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know anyone was really interested. Okay, so it is Simplicity 9014.
Thank you.
Yep. The fun thing, I listened to Casey, remember what's her name again? Sagers. Peggy Sagers? Yeah, Peggy Sagers. She used to be at all those expos. I don't think she goes to them anymore though. Was she at yours? Okay. Anyway, huh?
I don't know if she was at that one. There was a lot there, so it's hard
Yeah.
to tell.
Okay. Well, anyway, she had a demonstration on this one thing. I'm showing you here. And I remember this guy, it's not, there's no pattern to it. It's some of you guys might remember this, the sewing guild, my sewing guild years ago went through this round thing, a round circle, making a cape out of it.
Yeah.
They call it a donut vest or something, what they call that out here.
I think Linda Lee did one too, or something too.
Yeah. So it's just very easy, and it was a good way to use up a piece of fabric, but it's so cute. It's a round circle. It's 1.5 yards of fabric. You end up by cutting it out so that it's 52 inches wide. And then you go in and you cut out, she has measurements for the whole thing. You cut these two guys, so you got armholes. And then you can just put it on and wear it. And then the one extra thing that she said to do is if you got a piece of fabric that has got the inside, which this is the way it is, the inside is just a sheer, it's a different, on the inside it's different on the wrong side than from the right side. So if you got this kind of fabric, then what she suggests you do is you cut across the whole fabric, you cut a seam,
Yeah.
slash it. So you got a seam and then put it on the other side, and then you cut it, then you sew it together so that when you put it on, then
it looks like a collar.
Then the collar, the shell part, is just like the rest of it.
Mm-hmm.
So then you can have any kind of fabric that you want.
Very cool.
And you don't have to do anything with it. You can put fringe on here. You can do whatever you want. I literally fell in love with the thing. I had this guy with it, and it got to be a cute little.
Yeah, very cute.
What kind of material, Doreen?
This is okay. It's a stretch, so it's a knit.
You don't have to hem it?
What?
You don't have to hem it?
No.
You have to use material that doesn't need, well,
You
I've
can
seen
go.
it
You can do any way, but if you had it where it did need something, then you would. You can do whatever you want. You can put you can serge it. That's one way, because no one can really see. It's really hard to notice.
I used a chiffon fabric for the same model. I did the serging thing, actually.
Yeah. You can, this one didn't require anything. Didn't require a darn thing. But I serged the hole that the arm goes through. I serged that. But yeah, this guy got serged, but you still can't see because it's all covered up. But just to kind of keep it maintained, so it would stretch more. But like that, and I mean any fabric at all. I wore this quite a bit the one day because I needed a little bit something on me, So I just stuck it on me. I mean, I could make tons of these guys because it really is kind of a cute little thing to wear, and it's not overly heavy. I just
Does
freaking love it.
anybody put a tutorial on YouTube for it? Did anybody else share or?
This
I think
is on
I
YouTube.
checked it in YouTube only.
What
And
would you
then-
search? What do you think you'd search? What do you call it?
I think
I
she
would-
called it a round cape, a circle cape,
A circle.
circle shawl or circle cape, that type of thing.
Look circle vest. Look up
that?
circle vest. Yeah,
Circle
it looks
vest?
like it's a vest.
Okay. If you want, I can go back and find that and put it into something for us so people can see and get the directions for it, because the other, I think it's 52 inches around, and then you go in like 18.5 inches, something like that, to go in and find your slit. But I will get the few directions that you need just for measurements. I can get that and stick it in
Oh,
somewhere,
cool. Thank you,
or
Doreen.
even type it in, because it's no big deal.
Mhm.
So-
That'd be good use of all those Walmart bundles.
It's good use of any fabric that you have in your stash, because it's like I said, 1.5 yards. And I think even if you didn't have 1.5 yards, it wouldn't. be-
And it has a couple of ways of wearing it too. Like, if you put that on an opposite side, it looks different. I think whatever the video, wherever I observe it, they showed at least 3 ways of wearing the same
Mhm.
thing.
Yeah, you're right. I've
What
seen
were you
that too,
looking
Usha.
at? I'm sorry, Yusha, what were you looking at?
The same thing, I'm not looking at right now, but the same thing what you just demonstrated, that can be worn 3
No,
different
but-
ways.
But the thing that you were looking at to get that idea, where were you looking at? YouTube and something?
It was years ago, so
Oh,
I
okay.
don't know. So
Okay. That's all right.
Yeah, I've seen that same thing too, Usha.
I made it and I didn't like it because it is so loose on me. So I was like trying, but that was a cover up kind of thing in in some other clothes or where you are going, you just wanted to cover up or, show
Yeah.
off your fabric,
Right.
which was very flare. So that sort of a thing. I think I tried with one of my chiffon fabrics, I believe. I'll dig up my my stuff.
I'm gonna
Oh,
show you
Yes.
one, I will do that though. I will put that into the something notes or something, so you guys have measurements. The last thing, and I'm doing this right now. I was at Joann's and got some patterns, got Butterick ones. So this is the one I'm working on right now. It's also quite easy, but I like it. So that is a pattern that I'm working on. And what I was trying to do is I was trying to find something that would be kind of fun to work with for this kind. This is the last really winter thing that I'm working on. So I wanted to have fun playing with the plaids. And so that's what I'm going to try. But I was kind of scared. I want to do it with this fabric, which is going to be fun too, with this, the animal print. So I'm going to try it out of this guy right now. And I've got a couple of different, I got one that's a corduroy of this, and one, this is just a polyester type of fabric. So, but I'm going to try that with that. So that's what I'm doing. Started that last night.
That'll be very cute.
Yeah, it should be kind of cute. Okay, I is done.
Exciting, Doreen.
Thanks.
Gay, you are so lucky to have other humans in your midst.
He said he's not going back to his house because they're moving in by next weekend. So he's decided that he's
Oh,
staying with us. He doesn't have his bedroom here. The bedrooms are empty. So he's got a blow up mattress on the floor in our bedroom.
Oh, no.
fun. How old is he again? Did you say 7?
He just turned 9.
9.
Oh.
Wow.
Come see, Mac. Come see. Say hi to everybody. Hi.
Nice.
Oh, I
Oh,
love
what
the
a
hair.
it's like
Wow.
Shirley Temple hair.
Oh, it's so cute.
You
There's
just
COVID
landed
here.
right
No
in
haircuts.
heaven. Oh, wow. How fun. Enjoy every single minute you have with your grandmother, okay?
Okay. Hold on.
Oh, what a treat. Oh, man. I
A
would
lot
trade
of
an awful
quilting
lot.
lessons.
Yeah, I would trade an awful lot to be in my grandma's sewing room.
Mhm. So
Wow.
he's the youngest of 5 of them, so.
Oh my gosh.
That's amazing. You just have grandchildren so far?
Just
No,
grandchildren.
just grandchildren. Okay.
You mean
The oldest one's 26,
Okay.
almost 27. One's 25. One's 18. One's 16. No, yeah, 16. And him, he's 9.
Oh my
Are
God.
the older two married yet?
Nope.
Oh, fun.
Nope.
Wow. Oh gosh. Well, please tell him to pop in anytime.
Yeah. What's his name?
They're all, my son is Duncan, he is Duncan, my husband's Duncan, but none of them, my husband's the only one we call Duncan. My son is Paul, and that's Mac.
Oh my
How
goodness.
did you choose their
My son's
nickname?
middle name is Paul,
Oh,
after he's named after his grandfather, Duncan Paul, so he's Paul. My husband's Duncan Carl, but Mac is Duncan Carl, so we didn't do Carl with him. But in Gaelic, Mac means firstborn son, and so but also our last name is McLean, M-A-C, so either way, it's Mac.
Mac McLean. That is a cool name.
Wow.
It was adorable. So cute.
Oh, I'm
It sounds like a movie star.
He's destined for greatness. Wow.
Yeah, so.
Very cool. Okay, Miss Kim, how's business?
Uh, I don't know what kind of business, but I have not done one thing.
You always tell us that. I don't
I
believe
really
you
haven't. I
nothing.
really haven't. Because I figured out last night I don't have any black single fold bias tape. I have
Who does? Does
well,
anyone
I have a
room
lot
black
of bias
single
tape.
bias
I do. I have a lot of bias tape. I don't know why, but I do. I have gray, and
You
I
have to go to
have
the store. Gotta go
yeah,
to
but I'm
Japan.
not going today. I don't. That it doesn't mean that much to me right now. Um, I have a really large bias tape, and I'm just not really. It's not that important right now.
what is it for though?
Because this is sleeveless, and so I have to put it on the inside, and it's like I'm not doing that right now. I don't feel like going out. I just don't feel like dealing with people. So
you came here?
It sounds like a wise choice on your part. They might not want to deal with you either.
I just I don't like to drive, for one thing. I really don't like to drive. So it's like, then I have to go to Walmart. Ugh. So, I'm working on this. I have a dress that I need to hem because it kind of grew as I've worn it. So I made it a couple years ago, and I love the dress, but I kept noticing last time I went to Florida that it kept getting longer. So it was like,
And that's just
like,
the fabric?
yeah, it's a jersey knit. So it kind of grew and grew and grew. And
Oh,
it's
that's
like,
pretty, Kim. Hold that up.
Let's see.
Oh, I love the colors. It's beautiful.
yeah, it's a beautiful dress, but it just kept growing on me. And I was like, why is this dress so long?
Well, you made that, right?
Yeah.
Pretty, pretty.
Are you
Yeah.
gonna bring that to me when you come to Florida?
Yeah. Knock,
Yeah,
knock at her door.
It's a Joanne fabric material, and I absolutely love it. But it just kept growing on me, and I was like, okay. So I cut that off, and I'm hemming that up. So I figured it'll grow some more, and I'll just keep cutting it off. But
How much did you take off?
about 2.5 inches. So
Oh, maybe
Maybe you should give it to a news. My dress is growing.
So, but other than that, I really didn't do anything. I've been looking at television and stuff. So
I hope my skirt grows as I wear it.
yeah, so that's about all I've been doing. I've just been looking at videos, and that's about it.
Yeah, so that's research and development.
Nah, not what I've been looking at.
Uh-oh, Kim. Oh, good.
No.
I imagine all those boxes in your closet to be full of shoes. Are they?
Yes, those are shoes.
Oh, how wonderful.
Are you kidding? Holy
Yeah.
crap, how many do you have?
Those are all Birkenstock.
No, Kim. Wow.
Yeah, those are just
what?
Birkenstocks.
Oh, what a blast. Every color?
Yeah,
Oh, how fun.
yeah, yeah. I have about 30 pair of Birkenstocks.
Wow.
I love Birkenstocks.
So
Those
cool.
Kim, what are you saying? What's the name?
Birkenstock,
What is that?
a brand of shoe.
Yeah,
Okay,
they're
it's
sandals.
like a
They're
hippie
sandals and
sandal.
clogs, and yeah.
I've never heard of it. Okay. All right.
They may not wear sandals up there in your North Pole where you live.
It gets warm, I would think, at some point.
Not very long.
So everybody down south is familiar with Birkenstock.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, because
Yeah.
I've never heard of Birkenstock.
Really,
never heard of it.
Sally?
I'm from
Oh.
Connecticut. I've heard them. In
Nope.
Connecticut, they often wear them with socks, but they
Yeah.
wear them.
I have a couple pair. Massachusetts, I have a couple pair. They're comfortable.
I
They're
love
very
Birkenstock.
comfortable.
Yes,
I don't-
they're good for your
no.
feet.
But
Yeah.
the reason I'm saying this is because I have a shoe fetish.
Oh,
So
yeah.
Oh,
and that's why I'm like Birkenstock.
What?
I'm like looking like
I'm looking them up,
these
Sally.
shoes.
You're checking them out, Sally. Check them
I'm
out.
looking it up.
They've been
Yeah.
around forever.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I don't even know how to spell it.
Oh, okay. So she just Birken.
They're
It's
not the most
Birkenstock.
attractive shoe, but they're very good for your feet. My
Oh,
doctor
that's probably
recommended
why I
them.
never heard
Yep.
of them.
I
Yeah,
got
my
them.
doctor recommended them.
Oh,
So,
okay.
and I was like, okay, cool.
Holy crap, they're really expensive.
Oh,
You can keep them for life, though. That's the
Yeah,
thing. Like
and you can
buy
take them and get them repaired, and they're good.
Yeah.
They're like 145, 160. They're like, they're expensive.
It's your feet, Doreen.
I
It's
was gonna
for your
say-
feet.
Doreen, you may not be coming from the point of ever having experienced foot pain, but when you experience foot pain, $200 for a pair of shoes that don't hurt is a bargain.
Yes.
That's right, Casey.
And Kim has 30 pairs.
Oh my Lord.
what size do you wear, Kim?
Those are 9s.
Okay.
Oh, you're
Oh,
my
nice
size.
size. Perfect.
I know. Suzette, you can take my place because she's not going to come by my place. She's coming by your place.
I'm gonna have to stalk her when she goes to Disney World.
So
Do you have pink?
Yep.
Kim,
I
do you
sure
have any
do.
pink ones?
Yep.
You do?
Yep.
You better watch out, Kim. You're going to have people in your house soon.
Sally, we could raid her house while she's in Florida. I'll have to. We can meet in Indianapolis.
Not there.
He'll never catch you.
Not there.
You won't know they're gone because they're in a box. There's
No.
Yeah,
no
we'll
clue that
know.
they're gone.
There's someone always at our house.
That's good. Oh, Kim.
Do they
Kim,
take
Kim.
bribes?
No.
No.
Yeah.
She'll make a purse for you, Kim.
See, then you give us this invitation.
Wow. I'm
Okay,
just
well, you are making progress on your blouse because you're thinking about it.
I mean, I'm working on it. It's just, I've tried to put the collar on. It took me forever to figure out the collar because it was like I've never had an under collar that I've had to put on. And so I was trying to figure that out, and I was like, okay, how does that go? And so I had to sleep on that one. So, so, and then I finally figured that out, and it was like, oh God, that means I got to get the iron out. And I was like, oh God, no. So, so I was like, I'm not doing that either. So I haven't gotten the iron out yet. So I was like, okay. It's like, it's not going anywhere. So I should have it done by next Friday, by this Friday, maybe next Friday. Who knows? It'll be done though soon.
What's the difference between an under collar and a regular collar?
Well, that band.
What happens with it?
Well, I didn't know.
Well, it's underneath.
Yeah.
You
it
don't
goes
see
under
it?
the collar.
You don't see it then?
Not well. It's there, but it's kind of the upper collar is above it, and the band. It's just an under band. It's just a smaller thing, and it's just kind of it holds up.
It holds the collar up.
Yeah,
It
up.
holds the collar up.
Yeah.
So it's like under wire, but it's just
You're right.
your neck.
Yeah, so I had to figure out how that went because the pattern just didn't make any sense. And I was like, okay, this makes absolutely no sense. So I had to get a blouse out of my closet. I'm looking at the blouse going, okay, how does this go? This just doesn't make any sense. And so I thought, let me just sleep on this before I mess it up. And so, so I did. And then I got up the next morning. I said, now I know how it works. But I was like, oh, but then I got to iron this. So I was like, oh,
I
no,
can't
I'm
believe
not.
you don't keep an iron out. Like I can't imagine
I don't
life
like-
without an iron.
No, I hate to look at an ironing board up all the time. That
I
would just
don't
drive me
even
crazy.
unplug mine because
Oh,
it
no.
has auto shut off, so I could just have an iron fast.
No, I don't like to see an iron up all the time. Drives me crazy. Absolutely
Really?
drives me crazy. Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Mine's up there ready to grab, and I've got an iron board that's literally attached to the table. So I just flip it up.
Yeah.
Iron.
What about you just use this little iron gets hot in 10 seconds.
I have a small iron, but it doesn't get hot enough.
Oh, this
And
is
it's like,
hot.
and it's like this just I turned on the little one the other day and I was like, oh, this just isn't hot enough for me. And so I have to get the big one out, and it's like, oh no, I'm not doing that.
This little quilting iron, what is it? Steam fast. You can burn yourself really, really well.
Oh, ouch. Don't do that.
Oh, I'm not trying to do that.
I know, and it has steam, it has water. It's really kind of cute. So I don't take the ironing board out in my ironing board at all anymore.
Hers is cute, Kim.
Yeah.
It
and
is.
Olicio now has these new little colorful ones, the minis I've been looking at.
I've
They look
seen those.
adorable.
Yeah. I think Mimi G had advertised those. I saw those.
I have a wool pad on a table right beside my chair, and I just right by the sewing machine, so I can sew and press right at the same time without moving.
Yeah, they were talking about those on Instagram the other day about how all quilters should have those wool pads.
They're really nice. They stink a little when you first get them, but they work well.
I've had mine a couple of years. You don't smell it anymore.
After a few years.
Well, I don't put moisture on it. I don't use moisture. I spray bottle it, but I don't steam. I don't put water in my iron. So
I do. I love steam.
Oh,
it's Doreen.
Well, I use the spray bottle. So
I do a little bit, but the steam is, I love to have this. Yeah, I gotta have my steam.
Plus too, when you live somewhere cold, the steam just feels good.
Yeah.
Really?
Gotta have my steam.
I never heard nobody say
So
that.
much joy in ironing. Kim. You just don't know what
You did not know,
I
Kim.
never heard nobody say the steam keeps
I
them warm.
do. Oh my goodness.
I know you're getting a really good ironing when the steam comes.
And a facial, it's like
Andrea, I grew up having to iron my own clothes. That is not a happy moment for me.
I don't iron a lot of clothes. I just iron them while I'm making them. I iron the seams.
I iron everything. I have to buy a new iron every year.
Oh my Lord.
Yes, I iron everything.
she just hates it.
Yes, I do not like to iron because I iron everything.
Wow.
Well, don't you? I mean, I take my stuff out of the dryer really quickly.
No, I don't care. I don't know. it has a rough feel, I iron it.
Okay.
That's a
Alright.
habit, Doreen, like, once you feel that way, then you can sense it, what Kim is saying, that roughness, they can easily sense it because that's the habit of,
Okay,
wearing the iron clothes.
alrighty.
I have the same problem.
Do you iron sheets too?
No, I don't
I
iron a
do.
sheet now.
Oh,
No.
all right.
Mm-mm. We'll have to get used to those sheets, but I iron like t-shirts and jeans and everything like that.
Oh my gosh.
That is one reason I bought the steam press. So it would be easy for me.
How big is your steam press, Usha?
Bigger than iron box.
Bigger than an ironing board?
No.
No, the iron box,
Oh, wow. I'm
the-
like, that must pull some power.
No, the steam press is the size of the small iron board, which we buy it for the tabletop.
Is it? That's still
That's-
pretty big.
That's
Yeah.
the same size.
Hmm.
So
Okay. Anything else to share, Kim? You said you had nothing. Look at that. We got all
Well,
kinds of good stuff.
I just looked up, you guys were talking, Doreen was talking about that, her cardigan or vest or whatever. You can look it up under circle vest sewing pattern,
Mhm.
and they have several of them
Okay.
descriptions that you can make. One of them is, it takes an hour.
Well,
It's a 1-hour project.
yeah. Not
We
mu-
should
well,
test that.
Yeah, we should be clock it. On my next one, I'll clock it.
And see if it truly can be completed in an
I
hour.
think it depends on whether you're going to, what you're gonna do on the perimeter of the whole thing.
if you are not serging, it's not even 1 hour. Just make those 2 holes.
Mhm.
And then serge the holes, but that's about it.
I think it'd be pretty to hand stitch all the way around
You
it.
can crochet, Andrea.
Ah, yes, that would be nice.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, are we having an eclipse? It got so dark here. It's like almost pure darkness.
Ooh.
This is
Real
the
windy
We're
here.
in the great
Yeah.
dark.
Huh?
You've got the darkest room of
All
all
of
of
a
us.
sudden, like the sky got really dark, and I'm like, what is happening out there?
No,
This
I'm
is just
white
the
as,
only
I'm
place
white
that's
as
warm.
snow.
Weird. Okay,
Uh-uh.
well, thank you, Kim, for all that good information.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
In case this is my last day here, I'll take that with me.
How you doing, Sally?
Good, how you doing? Did you say me, Andrea?
That was Doreen talking. I was going to bump to Usha next real quick.
Both of you are in pink, so you can take turns.
Usha is a
You
beautiful.
know, the way Sally said, it reminds me friends. How
Yeah.
you doing?
Oh,
Uh-oh.
how you doing?
You guys are silly. What
I
are
love
you
that show.
doing, Usha? Are you at work?
There is some incident came in, so I'm answering them. I'm telling them I'll come after half an hour.
Uh-oh. Oh my goodness.
So Monday is the only day I don't pay attention to them in the morning.
Okay.
So.
Is there a 1 hour time difference for you?
Yeah, it's 9:30 for me. Yeah. But I'm out of my on-call this week, so I feel a little bit free. That crown is not on my head. So I'm a little relaxed and not worrying about that right now.
Good, good.
Otherwise, I have a easy on-call weekend. I should not say that.
Did you finish your quilt of the month? It's March.
Oh, I did.
Oh, good for you.
I did. I finished it, but now it is the new pattern, April showers. But I did. I think
Oh, fun.
I don't know how I can show you. Let me try if I can reverse my. Oh yeah, I can.
Ooh,
There it is.
Usha,
Ooh.
look at that. What
That's
a
beautiful.
blast.
Oh,
It's
that's so
huge
pretty.
too.
Adorable.
Oh yeah, so it was actually 60 by 60. Then I made it 60 by 75
Whoa.
by adding one more row.
Pretty.
Patient.
So pretty.
Very pretty, Usha.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Those the connecting blocks were easy,
Mm-hmm.
but took time because a lot of seams.
Right.
But those colorful blocks, I enjoyed them making one at a day for the whole month.
Mm-hmm.
The connecting blocks only, I did it in the weekend.
Right. That's
Enjoying
how
them.
you make an Irish chain. You do the same thing. That's
Mhm.
that block to connect the
Yeah.
Irish chains.
Yeah, but those flower ones, if I made all of them maybe on a schedule or on a crunching point, I would have been got bored or something. But I enjoyed them, a night before I cut the fabric and keep it on my table ready to sew. And the
So you
next
just
day,
snowballed squares for that
yeah, a kind of, yes.
on two
Yeah.
sides.
On two sides of one rectangle, two rectangles.
Right. I see that. So they made the hearts.
Yeah, it's a square and two rectangles which are snowballed and a square. That is the
Mhm.
block.
Mm-hmm. Very nice.
Mhm.
This fabric, I collected it. I don't know whether I mentioned it or not. Like every March, when there are wildflowers, blooms. So these quilting shops in Texas around, they not Texas, like even in California also they does it, to my knowledge. So they conduct a shop hop.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Some
I've heard of
bunch of shops, they club together, and then they say, like, you go to every of these 8 shops, and you can collect a free fat quarter and
Free?
the
Yes.
free fabric piece, which is a fat quarter.
Oh.
And they have some snacks and all, like you go and have a cookie and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have their own some pattern, they release it a block, not the whole quilt. But when you go 8 shops, each one has their own block, so you can make it by joining all the 8 blocks and submit to them, some kind of fun. But I think 2 years ago, we got the new car. So we wanted to drive for a long time to test the car, to enjoy the thing. And at the same time, this wildflower blue bonnet hop shop thing came around. But that year, 2 of the groups, one are like wildflowers, I believe, other one is blue bonnet. So one has 5 shops and other one has 8 shops. So, and we have only 4 days to collect everything, but I can't do 4 days because I'm working. So I can only do 2 days in my weekend. Right? So we were like on a mission. We planned like 8 o'clock, we start up and then drove to each shop, collect the fat quarter. And meanwhile, I shop around in the shop, right? So this is the kit. I bought it while I was, shopping around and having fun and enjoying little things and new patterns and all. So this is the kit. I bought it. And I used to have, I don't know, Andrea, you remember or not, I used to have one scenery on my wall with all the blue bonnet flowers. It's a panel. I'll hang it one more time. It used to be here. So that panel and this kit are like, can go together for a pattern. So I thought, like, when my quilting group is doing this, I thought, like, I'll do this in the one side. The other side, I'll put the panel, and I have lots of leftover fabric on these fat quarters, because I was only using for each block half of the fat quarter. The rest of that is still, I have it. So I'm going to do one more side, and I sandwiched so I can have the 2 sides. One is a panel and the leftover fabric. And this side is, I don't know which one is back and front, but that was my plan.
Exciting, Usha.
I don't know, I will see. But this March, the next pattern is April showers.
That'd be fun. Is it umbrellas?
No, it has like a cloud and
Oh, okay.
Cute. Oh my goodness.
That is so cool.
Yeah,
That's
maybe I can use all my bits and pieces here.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That would
We'll
be
see.
pretty too, just without the cloud. Like if you just had you know?
Yeah, yeah. So it's not very exciting, but I don't know. I want to make it or not. I'll see.
Okay.
Okay.
Awesome work. Fun, fun, fun. Enjoy your work day.
I didn't pick any fabric for the blouse pattern. I don't know whether I'll be doing button down or not, but I'll pretend that I'll put some button here or there or something. We'll see. I'm not doing shirt, I think.
Okay. All right. That's fun. Are you going to sew the necessary clutch with us?
Is it Thursday?
Mm-hmm.
No, I can't come in. That time, exact time is my team meeting.
Gotcha. That's important.
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
catch up.
All right. That'll be fun too. Okay. Miss Sally, good morning. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Are you going to sew a shirt?
No, I'm not. I'm not going to be here for the next two Tuesdays. I just realized that. All my every doctor's appointment I have, I notice is always on a Tuesday. But then I realized that that's the availability for every time when I'm able to make an appointment.
Mm-hmm.
So I have my most favorite doctor's appointment tomorrow. You know, every woman's favorite. Well, not that woman. My mammogram I have tomorrow. I hate my mammogram appointment.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they're squeezing the life out of me.
I always wonder if I should schedule a chiropractic appointment after the mammogram, because the way they make you twist and turn is like some point something's gonna move out of alignment. I'm gonna need that chiropractor like that.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. But I was looking, I totally forgot. I hadn't even looked at my calendar to see what the fact that I have like my appointments. So, because I was looking at, I had went to Walmart and I was looking for patterns, because at first I was looking for whatever that pattern was that you guys had, that you guys showed me last week. And then but I went to Walmart, they have no patterns except simplicity. And you should have seen their setup. It was just awful. It looked like somebody had came in and just like ramshacked it. It was awful. I'll never go there for patterns again. I mean, they had like 2 drawers of patterns, and like one drawer was just like for hats and stuff, and the other 2 drawers was just I mean, they just didn't
Do you
have
have
anything.
another Walmart that you can go to that's kind of close by?
Well, they don't really have anything. You might as well go to Joann. I mean, the patterns were like $9. So it's like, why would you bother going there? You might as well just go to Joann or Hobby Lobby and get a selection. There's no selection at all.
Okay.
Of
But you
the
got a
pattern.
Hobby Lobby fairly close by you though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you
But
go
I've never went to Walmart to get a pattern before.
No.
I just happened to be going there because it was my daughter's birthday. I don't know if I told you guys I had a party for her this weekend. And so I was going there for her 25th birthday to get all the stuff there. And I figured I would get the stuff, from there. And they didn't have anything there. So but anyway, this week what I did was this weekend what I did is I was looking at some of the stuff for the wallet, and it looks like it comes together good, but there's a lot of stuff that do you look at it too, Andrea?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I printed the pattern pieces out, and I thought it looked pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Did you think that too, Suzette? Like it?
I'm just worried about being able to get down into where the accordion part is.
Yeah.
Be able to get your machine in there.
Mm-hmm.
but you could put rivets.
I don't have a rivet machine.
Do you have a rivet press, Suzette?
Mm-hmm.
What kind do you have?
93 something or other. I'll show you.
What I couldn't find was that Facebook group. What is it called again?
Doesn't I think Emma? It's just like an Emmeline. Oh, that's a cam. That's a cam one. That's the one that's like. That's the one that's like $100.
I think I only paid 70 something for it.
Well, yeah, but then you got to buy all the dyes and everything.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, she has a cam snap one.
We could all send our wallets to Suzette, have her install the rivets. Ship them
I'm
back.
laughing.
I also have that kit that that lady from Sweden had with all the
Oh, the punch outs. You did you always have that or you just ordered it?
Now I've had it. Katie told me about it.
Oh, cool.
But I haven't hardly
No.
used either one of these.
That's the cutter set,
Yeah,
die cutter set.
yeah, that's all different. It doesn't go with this press. You just use a hammer.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Or
have.
like to put in the twist locks and things like that. You cut out the holes.
Yeah, I have one, but I don't. It doesn't. I mean, because I don't have like good strength in this hand.
Mhm.
So I really need one of those, and that's why I was wondering if you had something other than the cam, because I was trying to wait for the cam to come in, the other one to come in, because they have two. They have the green one and the pink one, and the pink one is on back order. So I was trying to wait for of course, I was trying to wait for the pink one to come in.
You definitely should wait.
This one was cheaper than the ones they offer at Gold Star or Gold, whatever that other one is. Is it Gold Star Tools?
I think so. Isn't that what Dara has? She has the gold star.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think,
so.
yeah. Yes.
So are you gonna make it, Sally, or are you still thinking about it?
No, I already cut out the pattern, and then I was getting ready to do I was getting ready to start cutting out the material, and then I looked and I said, well, before I do that, I should probably watch the video to see where everything goes. And I said, oh, it really shouldn't be that bad, until I looked and I saw how the accordion comes together, and I said, oh, wait. I said, oh my God, am I gonna need rivets? Because it says that you only sew down, if you don't use rivets, you only sew like a inch and a quarter or inch and a half. So they said it looks like it's hard to get it in there if you don't have rivets. So I don't know. Did you watch any of the videos, Andrea?
I didn't even know that there were videos, so I just made a note. That's cool. So when you buy the pattern, you get the videos too?
No. Just on I just YouTubed I just YouTubed NCW wallet or necessary clutch wallet. One of them I put in there, and I looked at a video and I said, oh shoot. I have rivets, because I bought some rivets from Emmeline Bags a while ago, when I was doing one of the real big bags she has, and so I had them, and I had never done them because I didn't buy one. I realized that I needed a press for it. So I'm gonna buy it. I guess I might have to buy the green one.
Oh, Sally. I really bet if you send it to Suzette, she'll install those little rivets for you so you can wait for the pink one.
Also on one of the videos, the front of the wallet has that accent piece that goes around. A lot of the people are leaving that off because it gets too thick.
Yeah, I'm not putting that on.
Mine didn't, the one that Lydia made me didn't have the accent piece, and it's really,
I don't like that. I mean, I don't like it. I mean, I don't want that for mine. I want just like a plain wallet. I like plain stuff, so. But that's
Plain
all.
and pink.
Hmm?
Plain and pink.
Actually, I'm not gonna make a pink wallet.
what color?
I think I'm gonna make that glass, whatever, is it?
Allison Glass.
Molten glass? I think I'm gonna make that one because I think
Yeah.
that'll look nice for the outside.
Yeah.
I think mine is kind of like I think it's faded because I've had it for so long.
Oh, shoot. Did you leave it in the sun?
I don't know. I'm wondering because it looks like the colors have faded a little bit.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Yeah, because I mean, I think what is that back from? It's been a long time because if you look online, the colors are really bright. Mine doesn't look bright anymore.
Mine, yeah, my panel was nice and bright.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yes, I'll make it on Thursday. I'll be back on Thursday.
Okay, well, good luck tomorrow.
Okay.
How's your back stuff going, or whatever surgery you had? Is that okay now?
Oh yeah, I'm doing okay. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, so tomorrow's shirts at 11 Eastern, and then Thursday is the wallet and if you don't want to sew it, just come and watch and keep us company.
All right.
And then Friday will be sew and tell.
Okay.
Okay, hope you all have a good day.
Bye.
Bye.